welcome back to GB News Tonight with me, your host, Martin Dordman. I hope you're having a lovely day, unless, of course, you're the Iranian supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei.
Bomb, bomb, Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran.
In his own unique manner, taking to Truth Social earlier on today, President Donald Trump warned the Islamic Republic that a massive armada headed by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln is now on its way to Iran, to the Persian Gulf, and that it will fulfill its mission with speed and violence if necessary if the mullahs don't come to the table to make a deal with the Trump administration. Well, that's very USS Abraham Lincoln, known simply as the Abe, has more firepower than the Republic of Ireland. More firepower than the entire Kingdom of Belgium. And indeed, more firepower than most African nations. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and Ayatollahs watching, the Abe is a nuclear-powered $16 billion floating island of death. And it's heading its way directly towards the Islamic Republic of Iran with, as Donald Trump put it, great power, enthusiasm and purpose. If the Ayatollah doesn't come to the table and make the deal the president wants, which means no more nuclear weapons, he surely will find out why Americans don't have free health care. I'm joined now in the studio by Vahid Beheshti, the political activist and the founder of Iran Front, as well as tonight's panel. That's the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, Kwasi Kwarteng, and the former Labour Defence Secretary, Geoff Hoon. Gentlemen, welcome one, hello. Welcome all. I must start with you tonight, Vahid Beheshti. You've been on my show before. You are desperately, desperately keen for the Ayatollah, the regime, to come to its withering final end. It seems tonight, with the Abraham Lincoln in the Persian Gulf, with Donald Trump seemingly intent on getting the job done, your country is a step nearer to freedom.
Definitely. Thank you for having me. First of all, I want to honour tens of thousands, my compatriots who sacrificed their lives not only for free, secular and democratic Iran, for the safety and security of the region and the entire world in fighting with this evil, dark, barbaric regime. So, yes, this is the closest that we come to this, to put an end to this evil regime. And these lives, these bloods, place a great responsibility, Martin, on our shoulder, which is continue their path with strength and full faith until the full, complete dismantlement of this evil regime. And this is not me. This is the message of Iranians from inside of Iran, especially in past few days. The internet getting a little bit better, not fully reconnected, talking to the leaders of different diversity, ethnic, religious, and political diversities. Their message is this: Iran is filled with rage after this massive massacre and anger. They are counting the second for US strike in order to take to the street again. So this is the message. So this is what regime created. An ocean of blood lies between us Iranians and this evil regime. So this is what they have been created. This is the spirit of Iranians. Look at the images that have been published past few days on social media. People are not grieving, are not crying in the funeral ceremony of their loved ones. They dancing, they clapping, and they saying, this is not the time for tear and mourning. This is the time for fight. With everything that we have. This crime against humanity, let me finish with this. This crime against humanity, it's unprecedented. Since World War II, the numbers now getting to 100,000 killed, more than 500,000 wounded. Civilian people, unarmed civilian people who took the street with their families, with their children, with their granddad and grandma, not to take their rights back. And they've been slaughtered like this.
And
your personal data could be exposed right now without you even knowing it. And if you want it removed, use incogni.com/GB News in the description now and get 60% off an annual plan on us. Incogni reach out to the data brokers on your behalf and request that your information be deleted from their databases. And they'll keep sending removal requests to make sure your data stays gone. Sometimes your information ends up on strange, obscure websites that automated tools just can't reach. And that's why Incogni just launched their unlimited plan with a feature called Custom Removals. With this, you can submit any link where your personal information appears, literally paste in the URL, and their privacy team will investigate and work to get it removed. And getting started is super easy. Hit the link in the description, create an Incogni account, and tell them whose data you want removed. Grant them permission to work on your behalf, and then all you've got to do is sit back and relax. They'll keep you updated along the way. Incogni is totally risk-free for 30 days. If you try it, it's not for you, you'll get a full refund. So take back control of your personal data today with Incogni. Use our code GBNews at checkout via the link in the description, and you'll get 60% off an annual plan.
Vahid, as well as the sheer overwhelming numbers of casualties, as the internet flickered into life this past couple of days, aided by Starlink, of course, there had been a state-endorsed blackout. There was, however, some tragic news for you. I understand you've lost a cousin. You've lost your cousin, Arash, and you found out this morning.
This morning, Arash Beheshti, he's my cousin, 25 years old. Same as, yes, he's one of these 100,000 people. So who they sacrifice their lives, and they ask us to not mourning, to not waste our time on anything than fight with this regime, with everything that we have. But, as I said, Martin, give me 2 minutes. I've been asked by these people to to picture a scene for you. This is the regime for 47 years. In every gathering that they have, official and unofficial, every day they chanting death to America, death to Israel, death to United Kingdom, death to Western civilization, modern civilization. Same regime slaughtered its own people in this way. My question from all you gentlemen is that, what this regime would you truly think do to you if get a chance and get the opportunity and means? This is what we claim. Iranian people are fighting for all of us now, and they need military support. And when we are talking about military support, we are very clear. Let me make this clear. We are asking President Trump, he is a president of action. As far as we understand, he promised Iranian that help is on its way. So that's why Iranian people took the street in this scale. So target the IRGC and besiege military bases, the house of Ayatollah Supreme Leader, the building of the parliament, the building of government, and the building of judiciary system.
Okay, Vahid Beheshti, thank you so much for that emotional account there. I need to bring my panel in for some reaction. Geoff, Hoon, if I may come to you first, obviously as a former Defence Secretary yourself, this is precarious, but as Vahid said there, surely now this is the time for action to decapitate this evil regime.
Well, I can't add to that condemnation from someone who's had personal experience, but I know just how evil, how barbaric, how medieval the Iranian regime is. It's slaughtered its own people, and it has caused huge damage across the Middle East and beyond. It funded Hezbollah, it funded Hamas, it continues to fund the Houthis in Yemen, and bringing this regime down has clearly cost thousands of lives already in Iran. Brave people who've gone out onto the streets knowing the risks that they face. Iran is probably weaker today than it has ever been. Its surrogates in Lebanon, Hezbollah, all but on its knees. Hamas, all but destroyed. The Houthis are still there, but facing real resistance in their own country. The reality is this is a moment for decisive action to be taken.
Kwasi Kwarteng, bearing all of this in mind, that decisive action, should that involve Donald Trump now pulling the trigger?
I think he's going to go in and do that. And to be fair, as Vahid said, Trump, upped the ante. I mean, he did say, we all heard him say, that help is on its way. And of course, between him saying that and today, thousands of people have been killed. So, and now he's sending the huge, we used to call them gunboats 100 years ago. He sent huge aircraft carriers into the region. And I'd be surprised if nothing happened.
OK, gentlemen, we have to leave it there. Vahid Beheshti, thank you once again for joining us. And, rest in peace, your beloved cousin there, Arash. Thank you for joining us. Geoff, Kwasi, please stick with us for the rest of the show. Thank you, gentlemen.